It's
not even wrong on that.
That's what takes place. And even with the scenario, you're fighting with your emotions. He's fighting with his appetite.
Mm-hmm.
Two different things.
Yep.
Okay.
As I've been sitting here listening to this conversation, it really, made me realize why we need to take women's rights away and why you guys need to go back to being second-class citizens. And I'll explain this with why, right? So she asked the question before, why are the birth rates low? Why is society declining, etc.? What are some of the ailments that brought us to this situation?
Yep.
And one of the biggest reasons is feminism. Feminism has promised, let me explain why. Let me reverse engineer it for you. Feminism told women that they're equal to men in every single way. They deserve all the same rights and privileges and accesses, but the reality is you guys don't contribute the same level of to society. You guys don't.
Fair. That's fair.
Women don't build, they don't create, they don't improvise, there's no real female ingenuity. I know she said before that women invented things and men just didn't want to accept it. No, the reality is that if women actually invented things that progressed society forward, capitalism is a thing. We would allow them to be able to innovate and take over, but the reality is that women just aren't interested in building things. They're more interested in people and social situations and everything else like this. This is why, hold on.
We let you talk.
How is it that women graduate college at a higher rate than men do? They attend college at a higher rate than men do. We know that college, university education is one of the highest predictors of income and being able to do things. Yet they still don't build things. They still don't invent things. They still don't keep infrastructure going. Why is the men dominate all the blue collar jobs, all the jobs that have to do with STEM, science and technology, engineering, math? Despite the fact that women are more educated than ever before, they have more money than they've ever had before, more recent than they've ever had before, they still have high depression rates, higher ratings of being assigned suicide, being on SSRIs, being diagnosed with depression. Why are female approval ratings in the fucking shitter as they've gained more rights and privileges? I'll tell you why. Because having a career and pursuing financial success and independence really isn't the way for a woman's salvation. It's having a family. Let me ask you a question, because you're the only mother here. What would you prefer, your children or your career?
My kids, of course.
Is it fair to say that you're only pursuing your career now to take care of your children?
No, I would still pursue my career with my kids. You're saying a big
reason why you work so hard the way that you do, and you probably work when you don't want to, is to be able to provide for your children, correct?
I do what I like, so I do it because I like it.
Bruh.
Amazing.
Okay, but you conceded earlier that if you didn't have to work and you had a man that took care of you, you'd be okay with that.
I would still do my business, though. I've had the same question asked, a guy taking care of me and paying for everything, and I would say yeah to that, but I would still pursue my business.
If you're pursuing your business, when he come home, you're not going to be there to suck his dick, like you said.
Oh, Enzo, man.
Look, this is just major cope, because here's the thing. I paid attention to everything you said. Earlier, you said that you got rid of your guy because he wasn't able to provision for you long term. So what it really comes down to is you understand that to take care of your children is a means to an end. You must pursue and make money and take care of your children, which is fine. I respect that. But what I'm trying to say is that your kids come first, right? The career is a means to an end. If you had the ability to have a guy that took care of you, right, so that you wouldn't have to worry about career, you would focus more on your kids. And that's fine. I understand that.
Yeah, I would focus more on my kids, but I'm still me. I'm still me before I had kids. So yes, before I had kids and after I have kids, I would still pursue my business.
Yeah, but that comes second to the family. And that goes directly to what I was saying before, is that family for women is what matters mostly. Women make money and go work because they kind of have to now. And I think that's kind of been a facade that we've been telling women, pursue a career, get educated, etc. It's going to make you happy. When in reality, it really isn't. And it's not until you guys get older and later on in life when your ability to attract men kind of, dissipates that you realize, oh, damn, what am I doing? Why am I pursuing this career? I've exhausted a bunch of my options. Men don't want to be with me. Now I have kids. I've, lowered my sexual market value. I don't think a career and being independent is how women find fulfillment. And we have
I never said that's how
all the numbers to show that as women have gained more rights and privileges, depression has gone up.
I never said that's what makes women happy. I think you being able to choose is what makes a woman happy. That's a big difference.
Yeah, but even when women are allowed to choose, what do they choose? if given the privilege to choose.
Wrong.
You just heard she chose this, I chose that. Everyone's gonna choose something.
You actually didn't choose it. It's just that your guy was a fucking loser and you had to choose that. That's the truth. That's the reality.
My
And see, this is
business?
what women
No,
don't want to
my-
grapple with.
No.
Facts.
They don't want to
No,
grapple.
that's facts.
See,
But
you
I
guys
just
like
told you.
stop. You guys like choice when you're able to get out of a situation that you put yourself in that was bad.
Yep.
Right? Had he not been a fucking loser, was able to take care of you and your children, you would have chosen to stay. Women only like choice
Stay
when
with
they're
him?
able to choose out of their bad decision making. That's when you guys like choice. You guys like choice when you can abort the baby or decide to be a mom. You guys like choice when you can choose to vote or not choose to vote, even though you guys, don't deserve the right to vote either, to be honest with you. Women like choice and like having rights for things that they don't even have access to or exercise. That's the reality, right? How many times is it that women will sit there and say, I'm pro-life, but then when they go vote, who do they vote for? They go vote for a Democrat that's going to allow for abortion, even though they might not believe in it. Because the problem with women is you guys will fight for rights you won't even utilize. Because you guys feel as though we want to be able to reserve the right to be able to change our mind at any time. One day, I'm a Christian. I love life. Husband pisses you off? Fuck that. I'm a feminist now. I'm taking this nigga to court. I'm getting half the money. That's what women want. Women want to be able to reserve the right to change their mind at any fucking time. And that's what you guys really want rights and choice for. To be able to back end on your commitments. Right?
She's smiling. She's smiling. She's smiling.
And that's what it really is. And now
That's why they sign prenups.
Let me go further.
I'm smiling
Let me go
for
further.
a
This is why
complete
society
reason.
thrived for so long. If you guys think about it, human innovation really blew up when men were the ones running everything, men were leading everything, because we didn't have to listen to female opinions and everything else like that. Because once you bring women in, they bring their emotions. They don't. They want equality, but they don't necessarily contribute half, and then it slows things down. Humanity progressed the most when women shut the fuck up and weren't involved in serious decision making. Right? If you look at a lot of these countries that are our adversaries, Russia, China, Iran, etc., a lot of these countries that don't have feminism or whatever, why are they progressing so fast?
They don't have feminism.
Why are these authoritarian countries cooking? Why are they climbing? Why are they starting to get nuclear weapons? They're moving further than us because we have a democracy. We have women that have a fucking, voice in things and giving their opinions as if it matters. The reality
those
is
countries at
human
war.
beings progress way faster and way further when we didn't have women getting involved. Now, over the past 60 years, since the explosion of feminism, what's happened? We've slowed down in our progression. Because women get involved and they think that their opinion matters and we're equal and we want to be able to be involved. But the reality is you guys don't contribute half. You guys say you contribute half, but you really don't. Men control all the infrastructure in society. If men were disappeared, the world would be cooked. If we had to rely on female ingenuity, we'd still be rubbing sticks together for fire. We don't build anything. But you guys have this bullshit mindset in your head like, we do build everything. The only thing you guys are good at is building children and raising those kids. Everything else you guys fuck up. And here's the other thing too. Women complain about, well, I can't rely on a man anymore. It's too expensive. We all have to get a job. Do you realize that feminism is the one that doubled the workforce, which is why wages are fucking halved?
So they can tax both.
Yep.
Right?
So they can tax both sides.
So feminism, right? As much as you guys complain and say, oh yeah, feminism is great, I'm able to do blah, blah, blah. But then you guys complain about what feminism has created, which is a more expensive life that we live. Wages are halved because they can afford to do that because women have entered the workforce now. You guys created this, bro. So I would say feminism is the main root cause of all of the societal problems that we have, which is a Jewish construct, by the way. But yeah, feminism led to liberalism, which has led to, egalitarianism and all the fucking issues that we have that come from the left and this progressiveness comes from feminism. Feminism is the Trojan horse that brings all the fucking issues with society.
Feminism was the downfall, apparently.
It was a downfall because you guys thought going into the workforce and making your own money would be awesome.
Apparently.
And then you guys realize, oh my God, this fucking sucks. But it's too late now because you guys are half the workforce. So it's like, now you guys have to fucking work.
Made my life more hard,
real quick,
bro.
you've been quiet the whole show. You want to chime in on this real quick?
She has.
Honestly, I respect all the girls here, but I have a very different opinion because I'm a very old school woman. No, it's not cap. Honestly, I'm a divine feminine, and I believe wholeheartedly everything that you had said earlier. And it's so sad to honestly see how these responses have coming out from you guys and not appreciate being in a presence of an actual like masculine man and learning that relationship and learning how to be with one, because it completely changes your mindset. And women are so emotional and a masculine is so logical based, and when you're in their presence and you're in the relationship with them, it's a whole different experience. not to disagree with anything you guys have said, it's just a whole different experience, and that's just my opinion.
I agree.
And that's why I
100%.
have not jumped to any of these conversations, is because it's just not for me.
And you know, it's
essentially.
interesting because what feminism has done is like it's even the playing field where everyone is equal. But like now that everyone is equal, right? You ladies have to fight for a guy who's going to be able to actually support you and take care of you, because only a minority man can do it now. And who's the guy going to go for? A girl that has her career and she says that she's independent?
With 2 kids?
Well, you could say with 2 kids in this case. Or is he going to go for the girl that isn't independent, that doesn't have kids? Who's he going to go for? It just makes it, the very feminism that you're championing and the rights have actually
Hurt you.
curbed your ability to attract the very man that you wanted in the first place that you couldn't
Exactly.
get the first
Fair.
time.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
agree with that.
I do. too.
Because you guys got to ask yourself, do men run around and say we're independent? No, we would get made fun of. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you a fucking fag? What do you mean you're independent? Only women say that dumb shit. But then ask yourself, independent of whom? Of men. So if a girl runs around and says I'm independent, she says I'm independent. Give her the independency. Just have sex with her, never take her seriously. That's what guys look at it like.
Yep.
Because men don't walk around and say we're independent. You guys are like, oh, you're gay. Independent of what? What are you talking about? But we only let women get away with that shit. And I'll tell you guys why. Because you guys are fucking overgrown children, in my opinion.
Facts.
I think giving women rights and abilities and access has created a lot of the societal problems that we have. Because when you guys do get the rights and the abilities, you guys behave like children. When it suits you, I want equality. When it doesn't suit you, oh my God, I'm just a woman. Oh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that. Even as a woman, I definitely agree. I was
have a
born in a
question.
conservative household and raised in a conservative household. So like even as having the career I do, most of my views are definitely like
More that side.
Yeah.
yeah, like in my opinion, feminism is cancer. But
Do you want to respond to that at this point?
Until what part?
Everything you just said regarding feminism.
My basic premise is my basic premise is equality and feminism and giving women more rights has led to the degradation of society.
I'll jump in on it.
I don't
Sure.
even deny that.
Yeah, because
You don't agree?
I want to hear what she has to
Yeah.
say.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's let her respond, and then you could chime in on
That's
that.
my position in
I was
general.
gonna let her speak first.
No, Queen.
I was
You're first, Queen.
Yeah, it's fine. Let her respond, bro. She needs to think.
No,
She's
no,
it's fine.
Queen.
Go ahead.
I do
I'll
agree
let her
because
go
I think
first.
one of the biggest things that like as a woman you want to be you don't want to be well I mean me personally
Speak louder.
I don't want to be independent. I want to be able to have the support from a man. I want to be able to have that relationship with somebody who's able to look after me and take care of me. And yeah, you know, I don't have to, you know, not necessarily work because I do enjoy the work I do, but not have to support myself. I want to be able to be feminine in nature and be able to, you know, be the one that is led by somebody. But I unfortunately am in a situation where, well, fuck, I can't pay rent if I don't work right now. So it's one
Question:
of
the
those
guy that you
situations
broke
where
up
it's
with,
like,
what did he do for a living?
He's a mechanic.
Did he like take care of you, or I know you guys were young or whatever, but
Not really. No, I mean, again, yeah, it was high school, college. We kind of just like took care of ourselves. It was one of those.
he was at
things
UM
where,
too.
like, no, he didn't go to college. But we went to the same high school. We met in high school.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. And your biggest issue was the infidelity.
Yeah. Even when I was throughout university, I was.
Can
trying
you
to
speak louder,
support-
please? Because you
Yes,
sound
sorry,
boring.
sorry,
You sound like
sorry,
you're
sorry,
trying to
sorry,
speak right now.
sorry, sorry.
No, but
let her
it's
talk, bro.
but it's
Chris.
Sorry.
like
So
her
yeah, when we were in high school together, and then when I ended up getting accepted to university, I did pursue that. We were
Yeah.
mid distance, but I would drive over every weekend to see him. He would come down every other weekend, and he chose to go to community college. I would support him with that, and in any way I could. Honestly, unfortunately, I did his homework sometimes, but you know, he was working full time, so I was trying to be as supportive as I could. And even though I was trying to be the support, the feminine energy in the relationship that was, you know, I guess would be assumed of me, there was still that infidelity. So I then unfortunately did feel unloved and not enough, and so I did end up separating myself. Yeah.
All right. I personally think women that leave for infidelity are stupid. And the reason why, I'll explain why.
Stupid.
If you got a guy that checks all your boxes off, right? If he checks all your boxes off and the only thing is he had sex with another girl, well, newsflash, just like Enzo said, the next guy you get is probably gonna have sex with another girl too and cheat on
Listen,
you.
just get even
Like,
without them knowing. That's
It's
all I
hard.
got.
Well, that's even
I
worse.
don't fuck with that.
That's
That's
worse.
fucking-
When we
See,
cheat,
women
we're
psyop
horrible.
themselves.
Okay, I'm ready.
They psyop
See, y'all
themselves.
say it's okay for men to
I
cheat,
would
but
feel
as
so
soon as the woman
so
does.
uncomfortable
I'll speak
in
now.
doing
I'll
that.
speak now. I think the entire debate.
Oh, all right, here we go.
That was a cue.
Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the entire debate is completely sad on men and women's part.
You what?
Yeah, it is sad. The whole purpose is to be together. The whole purpose is, more babies, more happiness for both.
Does real love not exist anymore?
And it's like the fact
No.
the fact that you guys
Hold on,
have
let
to
her speak.
stand,
Let
the
her
fact
speak.
that men have to stand on the fact we're animals, we're this. Women can't stand on the same thing. Women have to be this. Men have to be that. Where it's like no matter what you say, you're still dividing it. It's like you're making it separate every time anybody speaks.
Because we
And
are different, though.
And it's okay to be different, but like he said, the yin and yang.
Right.
In these conversations, there's no yin and yang at all. You're calling women stupid for this and that and for having rights when it's just like at the end of the day, that's a human being. I don't care. You could be dumb as fuck. You still deserve to have rights.
Well, the difference is that when women are stupid, they don't deal with consequences for being stupid. When men are stupid, we'll deal with consequences for it.
Yes, they do.
A woman
that's
can
not
be an
wrong.
Yes, they
absolute
do.
fucking retard and find a guy
Yes, they
if she's
do.
pretty enough. Versus as a guy, if I'm a fucking retard, I'm gonna have to probably deal with some
I
sort of
know
consequence
so many
for that.
stupid guys that sit on their ass and their girl takes care of them. So that's not true at all.
Okay, and how long do you think that relationship's gonna last?
Oh, it lasts a long time. How many women stay in
Until
a
the
relationship
girl
if they're
decides
not
to
happy?
leave.
She's gonna
in?
leave at some
Yeah,
point,
some
or
point.
he's
Come on,
gonna
girl.
there's
he's gonna
a
deal
lot.
with consequences. Stupid women get way further than stupid men. It doesn't even come
Yeah, I
close.
mean,
like, come on, dude.
Stupid
Maybe I
is
should start
Absolutely.
acting
That's
stupid.
fair.
Like,
That's
you know what I
fair.
mean? Like
Look at her.
like if you're I would much rather.
Look at her.
I mean,
Not you.
I mean, let's be honest.
Me,
Okay,
for
ladies,
sure.
you know what? How about this one? We'll go with this one. Would you rather be pretty and dumb or
What's the
competent?
rather?
I'd
or
rather be
competent
ugly
as a
as
female?
shit and
Knowledge is
competent
You'd
power.
rather
as
be
fuck.
competent than pretty and dumb
I'd rather be
as a
smart.
woman?
I'd rather have 2 lazy eyes than 1. Like, come on now. Why did she add that? I'd rather be smart as fuck.
It's just
I'd rather be ugly as
That's the
shit,
crazy
dude.
part. The fact
Knowledge
that
is
you
power.
rather us be pretty
privilege is
and
invisible to
dumb
those that
is
have it.
crazy.
Like privilege is invisible to those that have it.
You just care about what
Like,
we
Gave
look
the
like.
option.
I
You
women-
asked what y'all.
Yeah,
what y'all
but
prefer.
even when they did the option, he was like, "That's like stupid. You guys are gonna pick not like you won't pick being
No, it's a lie
pretty."
because it's a lie. It's a
No,
lie.
it's not. Oh my, it's really not. You don't know how many women wake up and wish that they were as smart as this woman, and people cared more about what was in their
Hey.
head. Than
Not
what
Okay,
me.
hold on. Stop the show
No,
real quick. Stop the
but-
show. Hold on. Did you not say that you went to college and you stopped, right?
Yeah,
And you do a bartender now, right?
yeah,
Why are you a bartender?
because I'm good at it.
No. Why else are you a bartender?
Because I'm good at it.
Why do you get hired by celebrities to be a bartender?
Because I'm good at it.
Besides,
man.
what else? There's plenty of people that are good bartenders.
Because I'm good at it.
It's
I'm
because
good
you're a
at
fucking
bartending.
woman and you have a face appeal.
No,
That's the reality.
It's not.
This is why bars and clubs, etc., overwhelmingly prefer female bartenders,
For tips.
bottle girls, etc. Like,
Come on,
you,
man.
your
That's
industry
a
in
bottle
itself
girl.
proves my
That's a
point.
bottle girl. That's a bottle girl.
No,
There's a
you are
difference.
bartender.
There's
That's
so
servers.
like no actually
You are the
no
The
actually
industry that you're in
this
proves
is
my point.
like I said, that's the difference. It depends on how
You could have went the route of being
depends-
educated and get using your
I
competency,
did,
but you
guess
didn't.
what? But guess what? When
Why?
I was in school to be a therapist, and even now when I do therapist sessions and stuff, because you can still be a counselor. All my patients were men, and they didn't give a fuck
Come
about
on, you're
what
a
I
bad
had to
liar,
say.
man. You're flicking hard as fuck right now, man.
I
Come
don't
on,
lie.
You know you
They
shook
did
ass.
not care what I had to say. All they cared
Yeah,
about
because you're
was
hot,
how I looked at.
pretty-ish.
How I looked.
Well, not too hot. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, of course you. I know. Come on.
The point of the matter is-
So when I was going, no, that's
The point of the
that's
matter
fact.
is
No,
you had the
address
ability
fact,
to use
though.
competency
Address
and go
the
to
fact.
school
I
and get
did.
paid
And
on
what
your
did I say?
competency.
And what
But
did I
no,
say?
you're a bartender
But
and
what
you're
did I-
utilizing your
but
looks
what
to
did
make
I-
income that way.
I'm not. But
Your
what did
life
I say?
decisions prove
But
what
first
I
of all,
said.
bartending is also customer service, so
If
it's
you were
not just
ugly,
Yeah,
you
tips.
wouldn't be hired. Period.
Fair.
That's what it is. If you're ugly,
I
you don't
mean-
get hired. Period.
She's mid though.
And here's the interesting thing:
Everything's fine.
only women have that privilege. By the way, men don't have that privilege of
There's
utilizing
men
their
bartenders,
looks
too.
to be able to make money. Very
There's
few
men
men can, and
bartenders,
even
too.
if we do utilize
There's male
that,
strippers too.
yeah.
There's male
And they
strippers.
make- and
There's
they
male
make a fraction.
bartenders.
Male strippers.
Oh my
make
God!
a
And when we
fraction.
go into STEM,
And
when we
they're
go,
cringy as
and when we
fuck.
go into STEM, and when we go into engineering jobs, guess what? We get a fraction of what you're paid in. So it's supposed
Actually,
women don't get paid less. Women don't get paid less.
Actually,
that's not a fact.
That's in your mind.
That's not a fact.
Actually,
women don't make.
Actually,
I don't.
actually,
They always go with that
when women do
narrative.
decide to go
I
into
probably
STEM,
make more than my daddy,
make
my
more.
mommy, my brother.
Hold
all
on,
combined, baby girl.
hold on, because you're completely, absolutely
I don't even.
wrong.
Sorry.
You're wrong.
Women
Women make less.
Wrong.
Let me tell you why women make less. Are you gonna go
Hush,
to?
bartender,
Yo,
relax.
shut the fuck up, Chris.
Can you get sent $1,000 for a 2-minute video?
bad.
Hold on
No,
one
you
sec.
can't.
Are you saying?
I'm
Are you
just being
saying?
real.
Yeah.
I wasn't even naked, dog.
Yo.
Like,
Be quiet
come
for 2
on.
seconds, okay?
Speak.
Be quiet for 2 seconds. Are you going off of the women make less than men like 80 cents on the dollar fallacy? Is that what you're using
In general.
to substantiate your argument?
Yeah, women make less in
Okay.
general.
Here's
They
the thing.
do.
That
You could get
study
the
that
same
you're
job.
referencing.
Wait, it's not.
Hold on.
It's not.
Let me explain this.
recent, It's not up
This
to
study that
date.
you're referencing, okay, where women make 80 cents on a dollar is a lie. And the reason why women make 80 cents on a dollar of a
Facts
man
or
is
lies?
because they. Can I explain this? You be
Okay.
quiet for 2 seconds.
I was adding ad lib.
Yeah, we don't want the fucking ad libs. We don't want it, right? You don't look like
I
this
thought
isn't
you
a
liked the ad lib.
diplomat song. Like we don't want no Jim Jones. Like be quiet when I'm speaking. So it's very simple. This 80 cents on the dollar feminist lie that they've been pushing out for the past several decades. It comes from the concept that women make 80 cents on every dollar that a man makes. The reason why is because women deserve less, and I'll explain why. It doesn't account for hours worked, type of career, education level.
I said same career.
Experience. It doesn't come into all that. No, and we're going to talk about same career in a second, but what I'm saying is what you're referencing when you say women make less, you're using a faulty study of all working men versus all working women, full-time employees on both sides. The reason why women earn less is because of things I told you. It doesn't account for job worked, education, type of industry, experience, none of this stuff, hours worked. Now, when you actually compare apples to apples, you take women in the same industry as men, right? And you account for what they do, experience, everything, women actually earn more than men. This was replicated with Google, and women earn more than the men,
In
even
same
though they had
job.
the same exact backgrounds,
Yeah.
and the women earn more. So when you actually compare apples to apples, women make more. The reason why women in general make less is because women go into job fields that pay less a lot of times. Social services, they go into job fields that pay less in general because they want to be social workers, all this stuff.
Therapists.
And they don't want.
Job-
And, here's another thing too. Women don't like to take risk and not. They don't like to do dangerous jobs. They don't like to do manual labor jobs that also pay more. They don't want to be involved in plumbing, electrician, blue collar jobs. They want to be in comfortable, air conditioned office jobs a lot of the times. Unfortunately. So they're and also
hate
women are more
office
likely
jobs.
to take paternity leave. They're more likely to take vacation time. They're more likely to work less hours. They're less likely to do overtime since women don't have the same financial burden that men do to be able to perform. And because our value is based on how much money we earn versus a woman's value is not based on how much money she's earned. Remember, you actually mentioned this earlier. A man will work a job he hates to earn more money. Did you ever think about why? I'll tell you why. Because our value is based on our income.
Yep.
Our value is based on our title.
A system that man
Right?
put in.
And that's fine. It's a meritocracy.
system-
It's a meritocracy, and
it
that's fine.
works.
But this is why men earn more than women. Not because a woman is a woman, it's because you guys work less and you guys go into job fields that simply pay less. So in other words, women deserve to be paid less because they do less. Men do more in general. We run the entire infrastructure of the world. That's why men get paid more. And I can't believe that you're using... Here's another thing. How would men be able to get paid more than women when there's literally labor laws from the 1970s that make it illegal to pay someone less based on their gender?
'Cause they're doing
It's illegal.
more.
And then to take it a step further, why your logic makes no sense. If men can actually get away with paying women less for the same job, why wouldn't we just hire women?
Facts.
Fair. I totally
Facts.
agree with that 100%.
Like,
I don't even lie.
it doesn't even make sense. When I
Yeah,
take your worldview and I apply it to logic, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
You just
at
said,
all.
like you just said, we weren't even allowed in the workforce. You're saying, why would we hire women? Women were never wanted in the workforce.
He didn't say that.
That's not.
I'm saying, I'm
not-
saying before women were allowed to work,
Yeah.
they weren't
And we've-
even allowed
we've
in the workforce.
overcorrected
So
now.
why would they hire women if they never wanted women to work in general?
we've overcorrected now.
Why would they hire women if they never want? Like you just said, a woman
Companies
should be.
wanna make
A
sure-
woman
It
should
sounds
be
like she's
barefoot
just
and pregnant.
regurgitating
Yeah.
something she heard some
I'll
other
tell you why.
woman
I'll tell
say.
you why. It's I'll
That's
tell you why.
exactly what it sounds
As a matter of fact, I'll take it a step further.
You're
As a
not using
female,
any logic or
as a
facts.
female, because they've done studies on this too. If you have a woman put in a resume, she's going to get way more callbacks for a job, especially a STEM job, than a man will.
Yep.
Why? Because she's a woman. Why? Because affirmative action. Why? Because DEI. So women have
DEI
more
been rolled
opportunity
back,
to make more money than ever before. Women have more opportunity now than men do. So not only can you guys go ahead and decide to be a housewife if you want, you guys can also go ahead and pursue an education and get a job in an industry that's male dominated because of affirmative action.
Yep.
So women earn less now because they fucking deserve less. You guys have all the opportunities, you guys still earn less.
You can have a baby, the government to take care of it, everything.
Yep.
You got everything.
And I talk about this all in my detail in my book,
Yep.
like why women deserve less.
Oh my
And I break this down
God.
like
It's
in
a
detail.
book, and his pictures on the back.
I literally break it down in
Giving
detail
toxic masculinity.
why
Giving toxic
it's
masculinity.
the truth. It's the truth.
It's
And women
giving
just don't like to hear it.
toxic
Why is
masculinity.
facts and truth toxic?
When
It's
you-
something
when
you don't
you-
like.
No,
You're basing
it's
it on how you
not.
feel about
You
it.
keep saying
How
feel.
dare
When
you.
I said facts, it
You-
wasn't facts. I said so many
Zero
facts.
facts.
But the
I-
truth
oh,
hurts, bro.
wow. So everything I said was not facts. Everything.
Excuse me.
What's up, baby? Oh, what's up?
I'm done.
What has she done for?
I can't deal with my back pain.
Back pain?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like,
So, you want a pillow?
I think she did have back pain. I don't fucking know.
yeah,
Yeah, we gave her a pillow.
Larry gave her a pillow.
yeah. Plus, she's not talking, so.
She's toxic.
Oh.
Whatever.
Anyhow, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. It's funny because like your entire reality reflects what I'm saying is
My
true.
reality.
You left. No. Yes.
I left what?
You
I
left the guy because he couldn't provide. You're in an
did I
industry.
say
You're in an
exactly
industry
that?
based on how you
I
look
didn't
versus your
say-
competency.
I didn't say that I
You-
left a man because he couldn't provide. That's not what I
You
said.
literally said that at the
was
top
not
of the
my,
show.
That was my exact words? Because
Yes.
I know what I said. That's
yes,
not
you
what I
basically
said.
said I left that guy because he
She's
couldn't
just gonna
provide. He wasn't doing
disagree.
shit.
It doesn't
I'm not
matter.
disagreeing. That was not my exact words. My word from verbatim. That was my words.
In sum and
Verbatim.
substance, you express
So I didn't say
disdain
that.
with your ex's
I was
ability to
discreet.
provide, which is why
I
you
was
left him.
discreet. I was discreet. I never said it was his ability to provide. I never said that.
So why'd you leave then?
What did you say?
I left because the way he started a relationship is not how he continued the relationship. That's why I left. It had nothing to do with money. I am not someone that cares about money.
Bruh.
It had nothing to do with.
Oh my god, bro.